Brigden of DSP, Creative Cardiology. Welcome. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday. It's a blustery, cold winter day here in New York. You can see the snow outside. It's been snowing and blowing, and so I'm so glad to be inside where it's warm, crafting and card making and all things warm and cozy. So I've got a couple of beautiful cards here for you today. We are going to focus on a couple of the celebration items. The first one we are incorporating is the Paper Blooms Designer Series paper. So this paper is something you can get for free with a $50 purchase here in the US. And then we are, along with that paper, we are using the A Touch of Ink stamp set. This is on page 12 of the little celebration brochure. This is a two-step stamp set, and there are a lot of images and sentiments and all of that. So this stamp set is actually a free with $100 purchase. So if you wanted both the stamps and the paper, spend $150. I know that's it's not hard to do, the fabulous new Stampin' Up! Catalog. But if you did that, then you would get both the paper pack, which is amazing. It's a 12 by 12 stack, and the stamp set. And then you would also qualify for your own host benefits, because technically you'd have had your own little party and you would get free product from that as well. Hey Luann, hey Kathy, hey Philomena, welcome, welcome. Aw, and I want to wish Luann a happy anniversary. She told me it was 49 years that she and her husband were celebrating here last week. So congratulations, Luann, that is amazing. So happy for you guys. Aw. All right, so we are doing kind of soft, subtle, cozy. I've got my little flannel going on here. You can see we've got some navy going on. I did put on my pink lipstick, so, and then you can see my eyeshadow is like a seaside spray color. So those are your clues. So if you want to grab your supplies, we're going to use the Paper Blooms Designer Series paper, the A Touch of Ink stamp set. You will need some soft seafoam cardstock and ink, some Rococo Rose cardstock and ink, some basic white or whisper white, whichever you have. And we are going to pull in also some Night of Navy ink, petal pink. We're just gonna do all the colors that coordinate here with the paper pack. I love that they're listed there on the back. So all together, we've got Night of Navy, Old Olive, Petal Pink, Rococo Rose, Seaside Spray, Soft Seafoam, and then your Whisper or your basic white there. Okay, so that's the colors and of the cardstocks and the inks that you will need. Oh, you're so welcome, Luann. I know, that's amazing, right? David and I are coming up, September 3rd will be our 20th anniversary. I can't believe, I'm not that old. It's not possible. Exactly. So we got married 9 months after we got engaged. So our engagement was on January 3rd of what year was that? January 3rd, 2001. Yes, because then we got married in September of 2001. So yeah, it's been a long time. So it's the 20th anniversary of our engagement earlier this month, but we'll be celebrating ours official anniversary coming up in September. And I hope the world is in a little bit better state as far as COVID control and all of that, because it would be fun to do something nice for our anniversary, but who knows? These are the years apparently that we learn to be content with staying close to home. So that's all right. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna flip the camera. We're gonna go ahead and get started. I do have some card things prepped, so that will help us along. Oh, and I wanna show you guys too, as a precursor, this beautiful card I received from my friend and former Spanish teacher, Nancy Gardner. So Nancy, if you're watching, I love your card. It's beautiful. She also used the touch of ink on here with the butterfly and the leaves and the sentiment. I thought that was just beautiful. And she wrote me a nice note in there. Aw. All right, so let me go ahead, flip this, and we will get started. Hi, Diane, how are you? Good to see everybody here this afternoon. All right, let's go ahead. We'll just get the camera situated here a little bit better. Yes, Luann says she really wants steak and lobster at their favorite restaurant. So she's hoping to be able to do that by the time they celebrate their 50th next year. So yes, Luann, I absolutely hope so. I hope so. All right, so let's start with our Rococo Rose card first. So a half sheet here of Rococo Rose, 5.5 by 8.5. Such a nice, soft pink color. And actually, several of the colors, the Rococo Rose, the soft seafoam that we'll use on our next card, the Seaside Spray, those are all part of the in colors that will actually be retiring this year. So don't wait. Our catalog is actually a month shorter than usual. So our retirement list will be coming out in April, and the new catalog starts in May, so a whole month earlier. So hey, Karen. Yeah, so this is our Paper Blooms Designer Series paper. Beautiful, bold pattern here with the flowers. I thought that would work really nicely with the hummingbirds and the butterflies that we're going to incorporate. They love flowers just like we do. So I have cut this to 4 by 5.25, and we're going to go ahead and just adhere this right to our card base. So pretty quick and simple here. And we are going to do some ribbon, but I'm going to do that on a different panel in a little bit. Let's see. I have to decide which way I want my, I think I want my leaves pointing down. So we're going to go ahead and put it. This paper is multi-directional, so it doesn't really matter how you glue it on here. All right. Then we're going to add another layer of Rococo Rose. This one is 3 inches wide by 4.25. Hi, Maureen. I'm so glad you caught me live again. That's awesome. Welcome, and I hope you guys love these cards. If you do, make sure you give me a thumbs up. I love your comments. And if you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. That means a lot to me too. All right, so like I said, 3 by 4.25 is this layer. We're not going to glue this quite yet. I have brought in my famous stitched shape framelits. So I need stitched shape framelits and my stitched rectangles. So for this particular card, we are using the largest, if I can get my fingers to work, the largest of the stitched squares. So when it's die cut, that's a 2 3/4 inch square, which is why I cut the Rococo Rose here to be 3 inches wide. And it's 4.25 because then we're going to come in with our denim ribbon. I absolutely love this. And this is going to go down here. So we'll cut it a little bit wider. So you need like a 4.5 inch piece of that ribbon. We can actually, let's just wait. Yeah, we can go ahead and adhere this. I'm trying to decide which order I want to do things in. So we'll go ahead, tape down the ribbon and tuck it there behind the back, about a 1/2 inch up from the bottom. Hey, David is watching from snowy office in Cortland. Yeah, hopefully it's stopped blowing a little bit here for the moment. Kind of keeps coming and going, but really can't complain because we really haven't had much weather considering we're already into January. So I'd rather have it now and actually have spring when it's supposed to be here in March and April rather than more blizzards. So all right, so I did go ahead and glue that down. You can see our little stitch square. Once we get it stamped, we'll go right up here on the front, and then I'll add my little bow, my little knot after we get that done. So if you have your foam mat handy, bring this in because the A Touch of Ink is a photopolymer stamp set. and we don't, we need to give it just a little bit of extra cushion there. Okay, so let me bring in my inks. I thought on this card we would do the butterfly, this gorgeous detailed image here. Kind of like that. And then thought maybe we could do these leaves because we need something for our butterfly to land on. So if I bring these in, let me grab a block for that too. Then this would need to go down here kind of in the corner a little bit. So let's go ahead. So I better go a little bit of a scrap too, since I am extending off the edges of my paper. Okay, so let's go ahead. We'll stamp the butterfly first to make sure he actually fits. So I'm gonna do this with the dark Rococo Rose here, same as our cardstock. All right, so this is gonna fly. Just make sure your wingspan fits here within your panels. Okay, beautiful. And then we'll come in with our leaves. Let's do that in Old Olive. We'll stamp our darker colors, the detailed images in the darker colors. And this will give our butterfly something to land on here. Okay. So I love that. However, you could leave it just like that. I think that is quite pretty. I really like the detailed images in this. Or you could come in, it is designed to be a two-step here, which means it's actually got these little filler images. So you could leave it like this. You could color it with your blends once you've got this, or you could come in and do the two-step and fill it in with your inks. So if we were gonna do that, I would come in here with my Petal Pink, their lighter color. Now this is not meant to fit exactly within the confines of that. It's more of a little bit abstract. It kind of has like a watercolor look where it extends beyond the detailed images. So you'll see what I mean, which is why you want to do that in the lighter color here. Okay, so the same with our leaves. If we want to add some filler for those, we'll put our filler stamp here, the two-step, and then we would come in. Oh, thank you guys. I know it's fun to see things take shape a little bit, and I am sorry if that light is blinding somebody there with the reflectant. Oh, Karen says it's in the teens there too. Yes. I actually didn't look. I just knew it was super cold. It got, I think it was Sunday night into Monday. It was down in the single digits. Janelle, how are you? She is saying her two steps are a little bit crazy abstract, but that's okay. So I used the light. I used the soft sea foam to come and fill in the leaves with that, which I actually think that came in really nice. Hi, Kim. Oh, I'm so glad that you were that you just got the stamp set and are anxious for some ideas to use it. So good thing you popped in today. All right, and we need a greeting. So let's go in. Our Knight of Navy, be a nice contrast for that. And I think this is the perfect thinking of you card. And let's see, I think I will do that right up here above my butterfly, right in the corner. So we're just doing all of our stamping right here on this little 2 3/4 inch stitched rectangle there. All right, I think that came out nice. Let's pull in a couple dimensionals. Let's pop this baby up. In that case, let's do each corner and one in the middle. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm just seeing the most beautiful cards made with this. It's so fun. All right, right there. popped it up, and now let's finish it off with a little extra ribbon. So we're just gonna, we'll knot it. No fancy bows. This is a pretty